John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Easton High School in this opening round 3A state tournament game. Nate Esquivel, Anthony Guerrero, along with Diego Valverde, Chris Sandoval, and Chris Hoyle for Dolores Huerta. They've got the basketball first. Randy Baker, Gregory Mares, Colby Needens, Mitch Tormolin, and Jeffrey Dunker for Brush. Beat Diggers 22 and the Scorpions 15 as we begin the third. On the outside right, Sandoval back out to Guerrero, guarded by Mares. Near the top, Esquivel, long three in the air, is around and no good. And Colby Needens has his 7th rebound for the Beat Diggers. On the outlet to Dunker. Dunker into the front court on the outside right, near the corner. Three is up and good! And that is nailed by Gregory Mares. And the Beat Diggers now lead by 10. 25-15. That's a big one to open up this quarter. That's already keeping that momentum going for Brush. Beat Diggers were down early 7-2. They're on a 23-8 run since then. Sandoval, left baseline, spinning, jump pass. Back out to Esquivel. Esquivel against Baker on the outside right to Valverde. Gets a pick from Sandoval, left of the lane. In the lane, scoops it up, scores, and he's fouled. Valverde to the line. A Beat Digger foul was committed by Mitch Tormolin, his second. That's a big bucket for Dolores Huerta just to stay in the game. Down by 8 now in the opening 47 seconds of the third quarter. And Diego Valverde to the stripe. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. The free throw is up, and that's good. Beat Diggers 25, Scorpions 18. Here comes Maris across the timeline for Brush. On the outside right to Baker. Baker guarded by Esquivel, dribbles to his left, and then looked like he was tripped up. And he was by Esquivel. That'll be a second foul. Just beyond midcourt, Maris to throw it in for the Beat Diggers. At even 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Brush 25, Dolores Huerta 18. Maris bounce pass near the timeline to Dunker. Dunker setting up the Beat Digger offense. Dribbling to his right over to Maris, well beyond the three-point line. And on the baseline, the pass is knocked out of bounds, intended for Dunker. Poked away by Esquivel. Beat Diggers retain possession. As you mentioned, got to make those good passes. 11 turnovers in the opening half for Brush. Maris to trigger it in. Looking. Lobs it on the outside left for Needens. Over to Baker on the outside right. Dribbles into the lane. Pulls up from 8. And that's good for Randy Baker. Baker scores. The Beat Diggers out to a 27-18 lead. Baker scores for the first time in the game. On the outside left, Esquivel with a basketball. Back out to Guerrero. Cross court to Valverde against Colby Needens. Dribbling, crossover dribble, right of the lane, into the lane. Backs it out to Guerrero. Guerrero into the lane. Scoops it up off the glass, too strong. Mitch Tormolin has the rebound for the Beat Diggers. Here comes Gregory Mares into the front court. Bounce pass to Dunker. Right baseline to Randy Baker. Baker has the ball blocked out of there on the right baseline by Anthony Guerrero. And taken away by the Scorpions. Here comes Esquivel into the front court. Brush up by 9. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Valverde bounce past Sandoval, right baseline, right corner. Valverde 3 is off the back of the rim. Mitch Tormolin grabs his 4th rebound. Now the Beat Diggers can settle down with a 9-point lead. On the outside right, Dunker with the basketball. Dunker's going to hand it off to Gregory Mares. Cross court to Needens. Needens free throw line to Tormolin. Back out to Gregory Mares. The Beat Diggers just slowing this thing down with 5:37 to go in the third, leading by 9. Dunker gets a pick from Tormolin. Jump pass to Tormolin. He's going to back and score. A beautiful feed from Dunker to Tormolin. Brush now leads by 11, their biggest advantage, 29-18. 5:22 to go, third quarter. Esquivel with the basketball on the outside right to Valverde. Back near the top to Guerrero. Guerrero to his right, over to Sandoval at the free throw line. Bounce pass inside. Valverde banks and scores. Nice cut to the basket by Valverde, and Sandoval found him. Brush 29, Dolores Huerta 20. 5:04 to go, third quarter. Mares behind his back towards the top. On the outside right to Dunker. Dunker lost the ball, got it back. Kicks it back out to Baker. Baker dribbling into the lane. Baker all the way. He was fouled as he tried to scoop it up. And Randy Baker to the line. Strong move by the sophomore, and the foul was committed by Nate Esquivel. That'll be his 3rd. And the Brush offense looks pretty good here. They haven't committed a turnover here in the third quarter.
Well, and they're doing a much better job of spreading out their defense, making sure that the passes aren't telegraphed and ball faking a little bit better.
The Baker free throw is off to the left. Second free throw upcoming. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan is Equitable Savings and Loan. Jalen Watkins checks in for the Scorpions for the first time in the game. Baker to attempt the second free throw for a double-digit lead. It's up, and that one is perfect for Randy Baker. Brush 30, Dolores Huerta 20, Valverde on the outside right to Watkins, back out to Valverde, dribbles to his left, gets a pick from Sandoval, right of the lane, bounce pass to the right corner, Watkins, three in the air, is an air ball, taken away by Dunker, long pass to Mares ahead of the field, he'll lay it up, he'll miss it, but Baker puts it back up and in. Randy Baker's got 5 points in the quarter, and the Beatniggers now lead by 12. Timeout! Dolores Huerta, 4:28 to go, third quarter. Brush 32, Dolores Huerta 20 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Dolores Huerta got off to a quick start in the game, leading 7-2, but since then the Beatniggers have outscored the Scorpions 30-13, a total domination by Brush. They lead 32-20, 4:28 to go, third quarter. I'm John Beltran with Jen Goodall. We are live from Eaton High School. The winner of this game plays tomorrow at 2:45 against the winner of the 7:30 game tonight between Eaton and the Academy. Colby Needens, Mitch Tormolen, Bryce Needens, Jeffrey Dunker, and Gregory Mares for Brush. Diego Valverde, Anthony Guerrero, Chris Sandoval, Jalen Watkins, and Chris Hoyle for Dolores Huerta. The Scorpions have the basketball. Guerrero on the outside right. We've got a whistle, and that might be an illegal screen, and it is. Offensive foul against Chris Hoyle. That's going to be his third. The 9th turnover for the Scorpions. And this is some of the best basketball the Beatniggers have played all season, and coming at just the right time. Mares pressured in the backcourt by Guerrero. Off the timeline on the outside left to Tormolen. Bounce pass to Bryce Needens on the outside right to Mares. Right in the free throw line to Tormolen. Tormolen kicks his right corner for Mares. Back out to Tormolen. At the top for Needens. Straight away three by Bryce. Good for Bryce Needens. He drills a triple. And the Beatniggers now lead 35-20. Bryce Needens with 5 points in the game. 3:53 to go in the third. Sandoval on the outside right. Dribbles right baseline. Jump pass down low. Nearly intercepted. Taken by Guerrero all the way. He misses as he was fouled in the lane. Anthony Guerrero to the line. Mitch Tormolen commits his third foul. The Beatniggers are shooting the ball brilliantly here in this third quarter. I mean, you've got 2 threes, and Brush has scored, they scored 13 points already in the quarter. And the free throw by Guerrero is off to the left. Second free throw upcoming for Anthony Guerrero. Tormolen and Dunker are out. Austin Garcia is in along with Tyler Monday. And again, just destroying themselves with missed free throws. 3 out of 11. Second free throw by Guerrero's in the air, and that's good. Rush 35, Dolores Huerta 21. With 3:41 to go, third quarter. Mares across the timeline, crossover dribble. Cross-court pass to Colby Needens on the outside left. Needens at the top of the basketball against Valverde, backs up. Looks to his right, finds Kyle Rosenbrock at the top for Austin Garcia against Sandoval. Dribbling left of the lane. Backing, spinning, hooking, stalking Austin Garcia. Holy mahungus. What a play by the freshman. What do you think of that one, Jen?
That was awesome.
That was pretty impressive. Jump pass down low, and it's off of Guerrero out of bounds. Off his back after the ball was initially tipped by Gregory Mares. Beatniggers 37, Scorpions 21 with 3:09 to go in the third. I mean, everything Brush is throwing up there is going in.
Well, and Austin did do a good job of avoiding the block shot by blocking with his body, so that was a good job.
Here comes Garcia across the timeline. Now picked up by Esquivel, dribbling right of the lane, and he traveled. That's the first turnover for the Beatniggers in this quarter. Beatniggers now with 12 turnovers. Dolores Huerta with 10. But Brush right now with 2:59 to go, leading by 16. I'm a little surprised that they're this dominant. I mean, they have the potential, but this is a 16-win team the Beatniggers are taking apart. Esquivel over to Sandoval. The outside left Esquivel. Wide open three is up, and that is around and good. Esquivel scores. It got a lot of the rim, but it went through. Rosenbrock pressure, goes in the backcourt to Garcia. Ball knocked away, and then a foul by Rosenbrock, I think, in the backcourt as the Beatnickers turned it over. And it will be. Rosenbrock commits his first.
And what Dolores Huerta is doing is every time that they score, they're adding a press. And sometimes they've gone a 1-2-2 zone press, and sometimes they've gone a man-to-man. That was a man-to-man, straight-up press, and we weren't prepared for it.
Monday and Needens are out. That's Colby Needens. We've got Bryce Needens, Kyle Rosenbrock, Vince Albo now in, Austin Garcia and Gregory Maris. 37-24 Brush, 2:33 to go, third quarter. Valverde in the outside left towards the top. On the outside right to Esquivel. Dribbles to his right. Cut off by Albo, but he maintains his dribble back out to Valverde. Lobs it down low for Sandoval. Did it go off his hands out of bounds? It did, as Rosenbrock leapt for that basketball, or leaped along with Sandoval. Good defense by the Beatnickers, forcing the Scorpions. 11 turnover, and no pressure being applied at the backcourt with 2:19 to go. Bryce Needens across the timeline. Jump pass towards Rosenbrock, out of bounds, and I think Bryce was anticipating either Kyle being closer to the basket or something else, because that was not a good pass.
Well, I think Kyle was supposed to do a little spin off of him and go for the back door.
That's why, yeah. On the outside left, Esquivel. Down low for Sandoval against Rosenbrock. Kicks it left baseline for Esquivel. Back out to Hoyle. Straight away on the outside right now to Guerrero. High left to Esquivel. Dribbling to his left. Bounce pass and a foul. 14 foul against the Beatnickers on the entry pass to Sandoval as Rosenbrock got him from behind. With 1:59 to go in the third, and you know they're going to try to beat Sandoval as much as possible. The Beatnickers have really played him well.
They have. And, you know, like I said, he only spins one side, and as I'm watching those two, you know, Kyle reached in on that one, but as I'm watching, they're not letting him spin to that side he likes to.
Here's Sandoval left to the lane. He's going to have to back it out. Over to Nate Esquivel against Albo. Gets a pick. Jump pass down low, and it's intercepted by Bryce Needens. Beatnickers come the other way. Needens into the front court. Got to watch out. Needens then lost the ball, got it back. Maintains a dribble. Inside pass to Rosenbrock. Gets a defender in the air. Banks and scores. Rosenbrock with a nice head fake. Rush 39. And Dolores Huerta 24. 1:31 to go. Third quarter. Left to the lane. Here's Guerrero in the lane. Pulls up around and good for Anthony Guerrero. Little 7-footer. 39-26 Brush. 1:21 to go. Third quarter. Into the front court is Needens. Left corner, Albo. Wide open three. Off the back of the rim. And the ball is rebounded by Diego Valverde. Valverde with one to beat. Ran into Needens. Offensive foul. Bryce Needens with a great job of taking the contact.
You know, and I was watching him on the other backside looking to see if there was another passer, and Bryce did a great job of getting himself into position and holding it. And now it looks like they're going to attack again with another man-to-man press with someone playing kind of center field looking for watching eyes. Bounce
pass to Colby Needens in the backcourt over to Austin Garcia. Garcia will dribble it across the timeline on the outside right. Dribbles right in the lane, and he travels again. I don't know why he's making that move.
He's not stopping. That's
right.
Part of it. So he's trying to stop with one foot and then the other, and he's dragging that back.
Yeah, you either got to keep going or pass it.
Well, he wants to stop and pop. He's just not jump stopping.
Yeah, that's not a move you got to make there. Sandoval on the outside left to Guerrero. Straight away for Esquivel. Gets a pick. Dribbling towards the free throw line. Now backing off. Guarded by Vince Albo. 41 seconds to go in the third. 39-26, a parking lot three. Good for Nate Esquivel. He drills it from well beyond the three-point line. The Beatnickers 16-point lead is down to 10. 39-29. 27 seconds to go in the third. Garcia on the outside left to Albo with 23 seconds to go. Albo left of the lane all the way, scoops it up. It was blocked out of bounds by Sandoval. Beatnickers retain possession with 20.6 seconds to go. And looks like Albo will throw it in. Nope, check that. It'll be Austin Garcia instead. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety. The Brush Grocery Card. Brayton Rivera checks in for Chris Hoyle. So Garcia to trigger it in. Here's that left corner for Rosenbrock. Dribbling to his right. Picks up the dribble. In the left corner pass to Garcia. Cross-court pass. It's out of bounds, intended for Colby Needens. With 13.5 seconds to go, Beatnickers have turned it over for a 16th time in the game. And watch out, because Dolores Huerta can extend this run. Into the front court with the basketball is Esquivel with 8 seconds to go. Back near the timeline to Valverde with 6. Back out to Guerrero with 4. Left wing, Valverde 3 is going to be short. Rebounded Garcia. That is the end of the third quarter. With the score, Brush 39, Dolores Huerta 29 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. I didn't know that. John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Eaton High School. Brush 39, Dolores Huerta 29 as we go to the fourth. Beat-Digger basketball, Gregory Mayers, Colby Needens, Randy Baker, Mitch Tormolin, and Jeffrey Dunker. And the pass towards Tormolin is intercepted. Here comes Dolores Huerta the other way. In the left corner, Esquivel takes the 3, and that's off the bottom of the rim. Mitch Tormolin has the rebound for the Beat-Diggers. Into the front court is Gregory Mayers. Gregory Mayers going to retreat on the outside left to Dunker. Dunker against Esquivel. On the outside right to Baker, right baseline spinning, jump pass and a foul. That'll be the 15th foul against the Scorpions. Chris Sandoval, Anthony Guerrero, Nate Esquivel, and Chris Sandoval committed the foul. Brayton Rivera also out there, along with Diego Valverde. Sandoval with his first foul. Baker with a basketball, the inbounds pass. Baker at the top. Back out to Mayers. Beat-Diggers outscored the Scorpions 17-14 in the third. Colby Needens on the left wing in the left corner for Baker. Back out to Tormolin. Beat-Diggers will be patient on offense with a 10-point lead. Baker in the left corner with a basketball. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass in the lane to Dunker. Back out to Tormolin. Fakes the shot in the lane. Tormolin backs it out to Mayers. Mayers looking to his right with the Beat-Diggers up by 10 on the outside right to Tormolin. Beyond the three-point line. Tormolin back out to Randy Baker. 6:54 to go in the game. Brush 39, Dolores Huerta 29. Mayers dribbling to his right. Over to Tormolin. Tormolin to his left, hands it off to Mayers. Beat-Diggers have chewed up a lot of time on this possession. Outside right to Dunker. Dunker dribbling to his left, gets by Rivera in the lane. Now we got a whistle. Oh, that's an offensive foul. Randy Baker with an illegal screen. Baker commits his first foul. The Beat-Diggers have now turned it over a total of 18 times in the game. So here come the Scorpions the other way. Guerrero with a basketball with 6.5 to go. On the outside left to Sandoval. Sandoval looking, spinning against Tormolin, left of the lane. Pulls up. The shot is around and no good. He was fouled. Chris Sandoval to the line. The foul by Mitch Tormolin is his 4th. Now let's see if Sandoval can make the free throws, because they have struggled in this game at the line. A lefty. Bends, shoots, scores. 39-30. Committed to serving those in production. Ag, Premier Farm Credit, is the gold standard in ag lending. Tormolin is out and Kyle Rosenbrock is in. Second free throw upcoming for Chris Sandoval. And that one is up and that one is in. Brush led by as many as 16. It's down to 8. Dolores Huerta's on an 8-0 run. Dunker across the timeline against Brayton Rivera. Crossover dribble. Dribbles to his right. All the way. He's going to have to back it out because cut off bounce pass to Rosenbach. He bounced. Puts it up off the glass and in. That's what I was trying to say. Boy, that was a quick play. Beat-Diggers back up by 10, 41-31. 6 minutes to go in the game. Jump pass to Sandoval, down low Rivera. Lost the basketball. Rosenbrock dives on it and feeds Colby Needens. Needens with a 3-on-2. Bounce pass to Mayers. Back out to Needens. Little 8-footer. Around, no good. Rebound. Needens misses. And the ball is loose. Picked up by Dunker. Dunker to Kyle Rosenbrock. And the Beat-Diggers are going to reset the offense. Smart play by the Beat-Diggers with 5:38 to go. Foul by Anthony Guerrero. That'll be his 3rd. And the Beat-Diggers have committed 16 fouls. That's now number 6 for Dolores Huerta with 5:38 to go. Rivera is out. Looks like Nate Esquivel's back in. Gregory Mayers to throw it in. Dunker as it goes to the ground. The lob towards Needens, poked out of bounds by Valverde, and it will stay with Brush. And to throw it in is going to be Gregory Mayers. 41-31 Brush with 5:36 to go. Mayers looking, and We got a timeout, 30-second timeout called by head coach Ken Garcia, with Brush up 41-31. And right now, you're the Beat Diggers. I mean, you got the 10-point lead. Obviously, you want to be patient on offense at this point. I don't know how much you want to take off the clock with each and every possession, but again, Jen, you look at the score. The Beat Diggers have been impeccable this year. Not perfect, but 5-2 when they score in the 40s. Dolores Huerta has not won a game this season when they have scored in the 40s or less.
Well, and as I'm watching them spread the defense and what they're trying to do on our side on offense, being patient is also going to cause that mental breakdown in the defense where someone's going to overshift or overplay something, and then you're going to get an easy bucket, which is, I think, a very smart way to not only chew up the clock, but get quality shots.
This is 10-10 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley. Maris to throw it in. Underneath the basket in the front court, right baseline to Baker, double team, jump pass back out to Nina's at the top for Rosenbrock, left wing for Maris, dribbles to his right. Maris with the basketball as he will retreat towards the timeline, left wing for Baker. Baker dribbling at the top, backing it out to Maris. Maris with the basketball against Guerrero. In the left corner for Colby Nina's, dribbles to his right, jump pass to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock back out towards Nina's, lost the basketball, got it back. Left wing Rosenbrock doesn't take that shot, back out to Maris. 5:06 to go in the game. Maris all the way, right corner towards Nina's, out of bounds. He thought Nina's was in the corner, but he wasn't quite there, and he threw it away. And the bugaboo for the Beat Diggers is another turnover, their 19th of the game. Guerrero into the front court with 4:57 to go. Brush 41, Dolores Huerta 31. Esquivel down low, Sandoval, and then he was fouled. 17th foul. That might have been on a pass. It looked like it was on a pass. Should be a 1-1. Foul was committed by Jeffrey Dunker, his second. And to the line is Sandoval. So he will shoot the 1-and-1. He just made 2 free throws moments ago. This is big for Sandoval. He could make this a 3-possession game. The free throw is up, and that is in. Second free throw upcoming for the senior. The left-hander bends, shoots, and it misses. Off to the right as it sat on the rim. Kyle Rosenbrock has the rebound for Brush. Brush 41, Dolores Huerta 32, 4:43 to go in the game. Dunker across midcourt, picked up by Sandoval, maintains the dribble. Out to his right, the baseball pass taken by Rosenbrock against Foyle. Rosenbrock at the top. The Beat Diggers are like exercising ball control here. On the outside left of Dunker, guarded by Sandoval. At the free throw line to Needham, lost the basketball, kicks it back out though to Dunker after getting it back. Dunker spinning back out to Bryce Needham. Needham with 4:19 to go, cross court towards Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock looking, spinning against Foyle. Maintains the dribble, picks up his dribble. Over to Gregory Maris, just beyond midcourt. Maris looked like he was fouled. He was by Guerrero. That'll be his 4th foul. 7th team foul committed by Dolores Huerta. Now the Beat Diggers have got to do what they normally do best, which is make the free throws.
Well, that's exactly what we were talking about before, that they're just getting frustrated with the breakdown on the defense. If you can't get a steal or you go for one and you miss it, it plays mentally as a defensive player.
The free throw by Maris is in the air. That's perfect. By Gregory Maris. The Beat Diggers are back up by 10, 42-32 with 4:10 to go in the game. Second free throw is up, and that is off to the right, and Rosenbrock went for the rebound. He could not get it out of bounds. It went off his hand. Your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street, Morgan Federal Bank. There's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Esquivel with the basketball against Needham, dribbling to his left. Near that left corner for Guerrero, down low, and Dunker tied up with Chris Foyle for the basketball. Possession arrow stays with Dolores Huerta. Dolores Huerta to throw it in. In the left corner, Valverde with the basketball. Over to Guerrero. Back out to Esquivel on the right wing. And stolen by Bryce Needham. Here come the Beat Diggers the other way. Needham with the basketball. Right to the lane, all the way. And he scoops it cross court. Taken away by Dunker. Dunker, the lane. Bounce pass. Rosenbrock bounces and scores. Rosenbrock now has 12 in the game. And the Beatnickers lead 44-32. The other way, Valverde with the basketball. Back out, Esquivel. Three is up. Good. Oh, and he's fouled. Esquivel is fouled. He will go to the line to shoot one. Boy, that's a huge foul. That keeps Dolores Huerta in the game with 3:28 to go. And the foul was committed by Colby Needens. Well, it's only a three-possession game. Free throw is up and in by Esquivel. He's got 10 points in the game. 44-36. Boy, you rarely see the four-point play, but that changed the dynamic a little bit. And Rosenbrock is pressured in the backcourt, and I think the defender, Hoyle, was just a little bit too close. And Rosenbrock to throw it in the backcourt. And the crowd filing in for the Eaton games. Not filing in very quickly, though. Rosenbrock throwing it into the backcourt to Mares. Back out to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock pressured in the backcourt. Over to Mares across the timeline with 3:19 to go. Rush 44, Dolores Huerta 36. Eden's right baseline fade, and the ball is blocked at it, but taken by Rosenbrock. Picks up the loose ball, timeout, Brush. That is a very good timeout by head coach Ken Garcia. Quite frankly, I don't know why Colby was forcing up a shot like that. That looked like a force to me along the right baseline. And the Beatnickers have got to settle themselves. I don't think he was happy with that last play, which is why he called the timeout once Connor Rosenbrock came up with that loose ball.
Well, and it's almost like they started to panic, and they think that they need to score just because of that four-point play. Well, they need to maintain their composure and poise and make sure that they're running the offense efficiently, just like they were before, and looking for those layups, looking for the nice, easy jump shots, getting Dolores Huerta in foul trouble, which they've already done with a couple of their players by being patient.
Yeah, I mean, Rush has the lead. That looked like a shot Matina was behind, and from a very good, experienced player like Colby Needens, you don't want to do that. So let's see what the Beatnickers can do with a 44-36 lead. Gregory Mares to throw it in after the timeout. To the right of the basket in the front court. Mares looking, still looking. Bounce pass in the left corner for Bryce Needens. Dribbles on the left wing. Spins, looking. Back out to Dunker. And this Dolores Huerta defense is smothering right now. Dunker with the basketball against Sandoval. Dribbles to his right. Down low for Bryce Needens. And he's fouled as he misses the layup. What a feed from Dunker to Bryce Needens. And Bryce Needens to the line. The foul was committed by Nate Esquivel. And the one thing with Dunker, he's a sophomore, but he's an excellent passer. I mean, he knows how to find the open man.
And, he's tall for a guard in his position, so he's able to look over the defense a lot easier to come.
The free throw is in and out, so even if Bryce Needens makes the free throw, it's still only a three-possession game.
Well, and if you're looking at foul count, they did exactly what we were just talking about. He has 4 fouls.
Mitch Tormolen back into the game. Bryce Needens with a second free throw is up, and that's good. So the Beatnickers up 45-36 with 2:55 to go. Guerrero back out Esquivel, left wing three is no good, and the rebound to Jeffrey Dunker, and it looked like he was fouled when he went for the rebound, and he was. Chris Hoyle commits the foul. Hoyle thought he tied him up, but instead that's going to be Hoyle's 4th foul, and the 19th foul against Dolores Huerta. Dunker will go to the line, and Dunker is scoreless in the game. Let me tell you, if he scores 1 point, this is the most important now, because to make it a 4-possession lead is going to be huge here. With 2:51 to go, the sophomore bends, shoots off the back of the rim, and the rebound is controlled by Chris Hoyle. That's his 6th on the outlet to Valverde across the timeline. Valverde, right baseline to Hoyle, underneath the basket, kicks it back out Sandoval, at the top for Guerrero. On the outside of Valverde, long three is no good, and the rebound to Bryce Needens. Needens dribbling out of traffic with the basketball, kicks it over to Dunker. So the Beatnickers again getting the job done on defense. Dunker into the front court. Next foul gets the Beatnickers 2 free throws because Dolores Huerta's committed 9. Dunker down low, Tormolen. He picks and scores! Tormolen to the basket. Off the feet again from Dunker. Beatnickers now lead 47-36 with 2:13 to go in the game. That's 2:13. Sandoval, 3. Yes, for Chris Sandoval on the right wing. Sandoval now with 10 points in the game. It's only a 6-point game, 45-39, a minute 59 to go. Bryce Needens over to Jeffrey Dunker. Dunker, right baseline all the way, bangs and scores. Wow, nice move by Dunker. That's when you should put it up, when you've got a clear lane. Rush now leads. Now it's 49-39, so when it said 45-39 on one end, that was the wrong score. And we've got a foul in the front court. That'll be the 19th foul. I think it was Dunker that committed that foul, and that will be his third. So I was reading 45-39 before the Dunker basket. It was actually 47-39. You have two scoreboards here, Jen. I think they're operated by two different controls. Because
you don't have something plugged in right, or I don't know what's happening with it, because normally if you hit one, both of them should go with the
But only one score is changing it.
There's some kind of glitch in it.
All right, Anthony Guerrero with a 1-and-1. The free throw is off the back of the rim, and Mitch Stormolen has the rebound for Brush. Another big miss at the free throw line, and we got a whistle and a foul. Chris Sandoval commits the foul for Dolores Huerta. He's clearly frustrated because the Beatniks have done a fantastic job on him, even though he has 6 points in the quarter and 10 in the game. But I thought he was expecting to be a lot more productive in this game.
Well, and you know, maybe the teams that they play, they aren't able to stop his spin move because he has a nice move, he has good footwork, but he just isn't getting it done tonight.
Torbola nails the free throw, and the Beatniks now lead by 11, 50-39. The Beatniks defeated Dolores Huerta 2 years ago at Kent Denver in a same regional semifinal before losing to the host school Kent Denver. Second free throw, swish for Mitch Stormolen. Rush 51, Kent Denver. Check that Dolores Huerta 39. I'm already thinking back to that game 2 years ago. A minute 33 to go on the outside left of Sandoval. He'll take a long three. That's off to the right, and the rebound and putback is up and in by Guerrero. He's fouled. Guerrero to the line. Foul is committed by Gregory Maris. That's going to be his first. Every time Brush starts to extend the lead, Dolores Huerta makes a big play, but luckily the Beatniks have a fairly big lead here, but the game is far from over with a minute 28 to go. The free throw is up, and that's good by Guerrero. Rush 51, Dolores Huerta 42, and DeAndre Ramos checks in. And Dolores Huerta will pressure in the backcourt. Maris is triggered, and he can run the baseline. Backcourt to Albo, and Albo is fouled over there by Brayton Rivera, his second foul. Yeah, they're going to make this a free throw shooting contest.
They are, and it seems awfully early, honestly. Like, usually you'd want to do that about with a minute or less time on there, but
they're down by 9, though.
They are, but, you know, a couple threes going to put you right back in, which they've shown that they can do.
Yeah, I guess you got to let the ball cross the timeline. The free throw is in and out by Albo. He's got to make this one. If not, it remains a three-possession game. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts at Fort Morgan. Garcia is now into the game. It's Austin Garcia, Gregory Maris, Colby Needens, Mitch Tormolen, and the free throw shooter, Vince Albo. He bends, he shoots, and he misses. The rebound to Chris Hoyle. That's his seventh. Dolores Huerta can make this a 6-point game. Guerrero with a minute 19 to go at the top, dribbling to his left, jump pass to Sandoval. In the left corner, Esquivel, three, no good. And Austin Garcia has the strong side rebound that he's found in the backcourt. Austin Garcia to the line. That was a big, big rebound by the Beatniks freshman. And the foul was committed by Chris Hoyle. He should be done. Yeah, that's his fifth. Hoyle fouls out with 7 points and none in the second half, so they contained him very nicely.
They did, and they also got him frustrated. If you look at his body language right now, he is really frustrated.
But the Beatniks have got to hit their free throws. They're 4 out of 9 in the quarter.
Right, and they're going to make me eat my words here if they don't start making their free throws.
So checking in now is Brayton Rivera for the fouled out Chris Hoyle. It'll be a 4-possession game if he makes one free throw, and that one is off the back of the rim. Second free throw coming, plenty of time, a minute 12 to go. Rush 51, Dolores Huerta 42. Second free throw is up, and that one is around and good. That's a big one for Austin Garcia. Beatniks up by 10. The Scorpions need 3-pointers. Guerrero with a basketball. Near the top, he's retreating now as Maris applies the pressure. Jump pass to Sandoval, left of the lane. Sandoval with the basketball, turns, banks, misses. Rebound, Guerrero. He bangs and he scores. And a timeout called by Dolores Huerta with 57.1 seconds to go. 52-44 Brush. And the Beat Diggers will have the basketball, but again, they're unable to get stops here.
It looks like
down the stretch,
Bryce is coming in, and Jeffrey and Randy are coming back in.
Again, we'll have the girls' game coming up at 7 o'clock in Brush, as Faith Christian and University will begin in about 15 minutes. And then Jen and I will make it to Brush for that Brush-Bennett game at 7. But right now, who knows how long these final 57.1 seconds will take. 52-44 Beat Diggers. And Brush will have the basketball.
Well, I'm looking for full court press of some kind. I don't know if they're going to deny the ball in, or if they're just going to kind of hang back and look for the steal, or if they're going to throw that zone on, which we broke very easily. We had more trouble with the man-to-man up in your grill kind of press, which is kind of what it looks like they're going to.
Maris to throw it in. Maris looking. Still looking. Baseball pass. Wide open is Bryce Eaton. The double bank score to the right of the basket. That was a beautiful pass. Boy, that was Brady DeMoss years ago. 54-44 Brush with a basketball. Sandoval on the outside right. Esquivel 3. That's no good. Rebound to Valverde. He banks and scores, and he's fouled. What are the Beat Diggers doing? They're just not grabbing these rebounds that they need to grab, and now Dolores Huerta can draw them within 7.
I think what happened was 2 of the Dolores Huerta boys fell down and tripped Bryce and shoved him into the shooter, so that's why he got called for the foul. I mean, there was contact, so they had to make that call.
Yeah, Bryce Needens commits his 4th. But all the Beat Diggers need is one stop, and they cement the game, and they can't do it. I mean, there's been several possessions here that Dolores Huerta's come up with a big bucket. Valverde to try and convert the three-point play with 40 seconds to go in the game. And he makes it. 54-47. And we've got a whistle as the ball was loose around the free throw line. I think Jeffrey
got popped in the face there. He got a bloody lip, looks like.
Oh, he's going to have to leave the game.
He's got to come out. He's got blood.
Oh, that didn't happen by accident, but no foul was called. Assistant coach Ken Kennedy handing him a towel. See if he can wipe it off. The Beat Diggers in the interim are going to have to make a substitution. They've only got 4 on the floor.
Looks like a split lip.
And here comes Mitch Tormolin. Again, 40 seconds to go in the game. We'll have a quick post game so we can get out of here and go over to Brush and make it in time for that 7 o'clock game.
Make it sound like it's across the street.
Randy Baker to throw it in. Backcourt to Tormolin. And boy, that's almost got to be intentional. Drayton Rivera commits a hard foul. Even the official is motioning towards Rivera. And Tormolin to the stripe to shoot 2. Rivera commits his 3rd foul. 38.9 seconds to go. All the Beat Diggers need one stop. One stop and you cement this game. I mean, even if free throws are missed. I mean, Dolores Huerta has done a great job of extending the game. The free throw is in and out by Tormolin. It's still a 3-possession game. That's one of the keys here. It's a 3-possession game. Second free throw coming up for Tormolin. The junior bends, shoots, and that one is around off to the left. Chris Sandoval with the rebound. Here come the Scorpions. Sandoval across midcourt on the outside right. Spinning on Needhams. Cross-court pass left corner. Esquivel over to Valverde. Valverde at the top of the basketball. Straight away 3 is off the back of the rim. The rebound is controlled by Esquivel. They'll reset. 21 seconds to go. Sandoval takes a long 3, and that's off the right side of the rim, and the ball is out of bounds. It's off of Guerrero. It'll be Beat Digger basketball. The Beat Diggers will win this game with only 15.3 seconds to go, up by 7. Gregory Maris to trigger it in. Another baseball pass, yes, towards Tormolin. Tormolin has it, and he gets a defender in the air. He's fouled hard. As Tormolin goes to the ground, intentional foul on Grayson Rivera. And that's a great call because he committed that same weak foul back here in the...
Well, and he got Mitch right in the nose, too, so...
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, that is thuggish behavior back there by Rivera. I mean, because he had a very hard foul here in the backcourt. I mean, you can easily commit fouls, hard fouls, without committing them too high towards the face, obviously, and making it look intentional. I mean, those were obviously intentional fouls, so Tormola is by himself at the line. Shooting 2. He just missed 2. This free throw is off to the right. The Beatniggers have not been good in the fourth quarter with the free throws. They've got to improve upon that in what should be a tighter game tomorrow against Eaton. Second free throw is up, and that one is in and out. The Beatniggers in the quarter have missed 10 free throws, but they've got a 7-point lead with 13.7 seconds to go.
And possession, so.
And the ball, right. That's what happens with the intentional foul. Harris to throw it in. Beatniggers in the fourth quarter are 5 out of 15 for the line, and we've got a timeout. Yeah, that's the one thing Brush has got to clean up. You can't miss this many free throws. The Beatniggers in the game have missed 13. So timeout, 13.7 seconds to go. And Brush up 54-47. But you know what? You got to credit the Beatniggers. They're a 19 seed. You know, you go into this game against a 14 seed at 16-6, and after the 7-2 start, Brush has led virtually from start to finish, with the exception of just the first few minutes of the game.
Well, and they've kept their composure pretty well, too. You know, the poise is a big thing, especially when you come to tournament time. You know, you're going to see pressure situations, and it's who handles it the best that wins.
I know. I was trying to keep my composure when I saw Rivera commit these. I just don't like that brand of basketball, Jen. I think it's
I don't either. It's not very classy.
Maris to throw it in to the right of the basket in the front court. Maris looking down low, bounce pass to Baker. He banks and scores. That's going to be the exclamation point for the Beatniggers. 56-47. Esquivel on the left wing with 4 seconds to go. Has the three blocked by Needham. Shaved in, though, and the missed shot by Anthony Guerrero. Colby Needham grabs the rebound, and the Beatniggers win the game by a score of 56-47. It's a 2-minute break. We'll come back with a recap as the Beatniggers move on into the second round of the 3A state tournament after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Eaton High School. The Brush Beatniggers have moved on into the second round of the 3A state tournament. Also a regional final coming up tomorrow as the Beatniggers defeat Dolores Huerta 56-47. Welcome to the Beatnigger post-game show brought to you by Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, call Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. Visit them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. The Beatniggers led 13-11 after one quarter, and then 22-15 at the break. Outscored Dolores Huerta 17-14 in the third to grab a 10-point lead at 39-29, and then were outscored in the fourth by a point, 18-17. All right, for the Beatniggers, they were led by Kyle Rosenbrock with 12 points. In fact, the Beatniggers had 8 players in the scoring column, 9 by Colby Needham, 8 apiece from Bryce Needham and Mitch Tormolen, 7 points in the game from Gregory Mayers and Randy Baker. Incredibly balanced scoring tonight for the Beatniggers. 3 points by Austin Garcia and 2 by Jeffrey Dunker. For Dolores Huerta, they actually had 3 players in double figures, led by Diego Valverde with 11 points, 10 apiece for Chris Sandoval and Nate Esquivel. 8 points for Anthony Guerrero, 7 for Chris Hoyle, 1 for Brayton Rivera. Beatniggers out-rebounded the Scorpions 30-24 as Colby Needham had 9 rebounds for Brush. 7 of the 24 rebounds for the Scorpions were grabbed by Chris Hoyle. At the free throw line, the Beatniggers were 10 out of 23, 43%. And Dolores Huerta, despite being only 2 out of 9 at the break, ended up 10 out of 20 for 50%. Dolores Huerta's season ends with a 16-7 record. Beatniggers improved to 14-8 and will play Eaton or the Academy. That game will take place at 7:30. Final thoughts here, Jen, because obviously we got to head to the 7 o'clock girls game in Brush. The Beatniggers, as we mentioned before, led from virtually start to finish after being down early 7-2 and pretty much played their game, some missteps here and there, but they got the job done.
Well, and I think that they're going to see the same thing from Eaton tomorrow with the turnovers and getting the hand on the ball, or whoever else they play. They're going to have to clean up the turnovers. I think that they did a great job keeping their composure. The rough play at the end, nobody got into any fist fights or anything like that. We didn't retaliate. We just went on about our business, and I take my hat off to them for keeping their composure.
Brush unofficially had 20 turnovers in the game. The Scorpions of Dolores Huerta had 14. All right, excellent job by our sound engineer and producer, Braden Snyder. For Jen Goodall, I'm John Beltran. We'll talk to you at 7 o'clock when Brush takes on Bennett in Brush. The final score this afternoon, Brush 56, Dolores Huerta 47 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.